Orthros, the Seer of Origins. Everything in our world is temporary. Cities and empires fall and are forgotten under the dust. Swords and plowshares alike rust and crumble. Even mountains, seemingly eternal to the mortals whose lives are so brief by comparison, are worn down to their roots under countless dawns. Only the gods escape what for all else is inevitable. They stand alongside time itself as the sole inheritors of the infinite. Before the celestial realm of the gods was ravaged by the forces of darkness, there stood a glimmering clock tower, crafted by the heavenly carpenter Enziel. The clock in the tower, however, didn't simply tell the time, rather time followed its dictate. Minutes and hours and days marched dutifully behind the turning hands of the divine artifact. Enziel's skill was such that the clock was imbued with a sort of sentient that developed and expanded as time went by. Dura herself honored the clock entity with the name Orthros. In the first battle against the Hypogeans, Orthros fought alongside Dura. It was when she fell that Orthros discovered his ability to literally turn back the hands of time. She stood against as blood from the fallen returned the wounds, and eyes previously closed in death opened. Armies sheathed their swords and marched backwards into the gates that had spilled for the fourth. All but the gods themselves were unaware that they had been given a second chance. Dura fell again, and again. Time was reversed. In each iteration she fell, and the outcome only became increasingly dire for the forces of light and life. In a spinal beat for victory, Orthros took time back to before the invention had ever begun. Dura commanded that this time he live it. Her fate was her fate, and no amount of meeting would change that. Since then, Orthros has taken little notice in affairs of the mortal realms. For eons, he has steadily maintained the flow of temporal streaming and did little else. It was until learning of another entity with powers similar to his own that he stirred. A demon has been blinking in and out of various points in a continuum to change past and future. Time, however, is the domain of Orthros, and Orthros alone. He will not allow another to twist it to their own designs. Inexorable, inevitable, but not immutable.
RenderForce.com